Well, it's on. The first tropical cyclone in 2 years is set to hit the tropical Queensland coast. Our models are now in very good agreement. This system will develop over the next few days and then probably hit the North Queensland coast either late Sunday or perhaps sometime on Monday. Let's have a close look then at the charts. There's our tropical low. It's already deepening, about 500 kilometres off the North Queensland coast at the moment. Heading towards the coastline, it's sitting over warm ocean temperatures, which means there's a good chance it will continue to develop. And you'll note the isobars stacking together, indicating the formation of that cyclone as it moves towards the coast. Also, another upper trough causing showers this weekend over parts of New South Wales and Victoria. We've got a front early next week bringing a burst of showers, and already we have heavy rain from a tropical low through the northern and central parts of Western Australia. When I have a look at those ocean temperatures, it's about 30 degrees right now off the North Queensland coast. Now, the threshold for a cyclone is 26.5 degrees. That's how warm the ocean needs to be to provide the right amount of energy for a cyclone. It's actually up to 2 degrees warmer than normal, even for this time of year. So we certainly have the right conditions right now in the Coral Sea for a major tropical cyclone. There is our system. Heavy rain's already spinning around it through the Coral Sea. Showers are flicking the coast today in a gradually strengthening southeasterly airstream. You'll notice those yellow arrows that develop on Saturday and Sunday, indicating the strong to gale force winds around the centre, and that black shading indicates torrential rainfall. Now, our models, they're starting to line up now. All of the models, the major models, have this system hitting some part of the North Tropical Coast. It's far too early to say exactly where, and sometime, perhaps later Sunday or during Monday. Again, it's too early to say exactly when, but we now have a very high chance of a cyclone hitting the coastline. And as I mentioned, that would be the first cyclone to hit the Queensland coast in 2 years. If it hits a populated part of the coast around Cairns or Townsville, then we could see widespread destruction. Hopefully, it will move over a smaller town or hopefully a rural area, and therefore you see less widespread destruction. Notice how the rain spreads all the way down to the central part of the coast from this system. We're not sure exactly what category it will be just yet, but there's a very good chance of destructive winds near the eye. And often the worst of the weather is on the southern side where the winds are onshore. So winds move clockwise around low pressure systems in the southern hemisphere. So the heaviest rain normally to the south where the winds are onshore, that's where the storm surge is, which occurs with those gale force winds pushing the ocean onto the land. Often most of the damage from a tropical cyclone is due to the storm surge. Also, the strongest winds are often just on the southern side of the eye. Again, that's because the winds are onshore, coming off the ocean where there's no friction. The winds on the northern side are offshore westerly, and there's a bit of friction because of the hills, the trees, the buildings, etc., just slowing down that wind slightly. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on that system. We'll keep you updated every day as it does develop. Here's the rain totals we're expecting over the next week. Now, the heaviest rain, the black shading showing over 400 millimetres around Townsville, that's highly dependent on the exact location of the centre. We could shift that further north, perhaps even further south. We'll just have to wait and see. But widespread falls of at least 200 millimetres right along the tropical Queensland coast, indicated by the red shading. And as the system next week moves inland, heavy falls also for the goldfields towards the Gulf, with widespread flooding, even major flooding, is possible from this system. We'll take a look now at New South Wales.